suppose the biggest thing that we could sort of say here is how tech changed. So in the 1970s, it was all analog mostly. There was a landline, there was a television, electricity, you know, that kind of stuff. In the 1980s, technology had arrived. You might have had a Commodore, you might have had an Amiga, you might have even got a Nintendo at the end of the 80s, and they all made really loud noises. And then in the 1990s, things started to get a little bit digitized for you. There were discs, there were lasers, MP3s had started to emerge. In the 2000s, there were cameras on phones, there were mobile phones, your life could be recorded and documented. And then by 2010s, you didn't understand what the world was like without Wi-Fi or the internet. It was just something that you grew up with. So we can already sort of tell that there are going to be some clearly defining things for each of these kind of decades. And therefore, they've shaped people in a particular way, haven't they? So, I get the idea that our most resilient generation, or our most resilient babies, are probably going to be those kids born in the 70s, 80s, and mid 90s, because they kind of will remember life before Tinternet being so easy and readily available. I think those kind of savvy, more global, worldly, not as bound by constructs, children or babies were those born at the late 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s. So this is kind of like my hypothesis here. I think there will be a real feel.